Hello, I'm Scott. Let's practice your English by story. Listen carefully and focus. The story about Colonel Harlan Sanders David, a successful and famous personality despite the odds. Harlan Sanders was born in September 1890 on a small farm in Indiana, USA, and before he was 6 years old, his father died, so his mother had to go out to work. While leaving him home responsibilities and taking care of his younger siblings, and perhaps that helped him master the skill of cooking at a young age. His care for his younger siblings gave him many skills, especially the skill of cooking, which he mastered based on his mother's recipes, and excelled in cooking fried chicken in oil when he was not yet 7 years old. Things were not easy at that time for Harlan, so besides taking care of his brothers, he had to work on a farm for a wage of no more than $2 a month. After 2 years, his mother remarried, and he left his hometown to work on a farm. At the age of 16, Harlan joined the ranks of the U.S. Army in Cuba to serve there for 6 months, after which he moved between several jobs, including a coal server on a steam train, a captain of a river ferry, and worked in selling insurance policies. His academic life. He completed his work with great diligence, and over time he began to motivate himself, but no one encouraged him, yet Sanders never underestimated his abilities. This is because he was so confident in himself that he would get what he wanted and then constantly improve himself, which made him obtain a doctorate in law by correspondence, and this doctorate from the Southern University. Thanks to this testimony, he was able to practice law in the courts of Little Rock, Arkansas, but he did not earn much money. Steps to achieve success for the founder of KFC. When he is 39 years old, he was opening an auto service station in Corbin, Kentucky. He got the idea to start a restaurant when a salesman told him that no restaurant served good food for people in this town. Sanders began serving fried chicken and biscuits to customers passing through his station and sitting them in his private bedroom at the station. With the passage of time, Sanders' fame began to expand in the region, and customers began to flock to his station just to enjoy the fried chicken that Sanders offered, and this helped him to move to work as a chef in a hotel located on the other side of his station is attached to a restaurant that can accommodate about 142 people. With the passage of age, Sanders mastered the art of cooking fried chicken, and his reputation became famous throughout the state. Even the governor of the state gave him the title of colonel at the age of 45, which Sanders liked so much that he was deliberately appearing in the clothes of the colonel on all occasions, and he was always proud of that name. First failure. The bad luck that required him throughout his life came to ruin everything for him, as the highway was diverted and no longer passed through that town where Sanders' restaurant was located. And he sat at home waiting for his first check. After the first check arrived, it was the equivalent of $105 to the 65-year-old colonel. He felt a bit of humiliation and decided that he was not yet ready to retire and live on state aid. So he decided to roam around in search of restaurants that would buy his secret mixture and method of cooking fried chicken from him in return for a percentage of each chicken served in his own way. And he was also able to persuade some investors to finance his idea to make delicious fried chicken. Is considered the true beginning of Kentucky Fried Chicken in 1952. It was difficult at first, and the Colonel could not convince many restaurants of his idea, but Colonel Sanders held firm in order to sell his ideas and mix it to the largest possible number of restaurants. Reap the rewards. After working hard to establish the name of Kentucky Fried Chicken in the fast food market, Colonel Sanders decided to sell everything to a group of investors for $2 million in exchange for keeping a seat on the board of directors and appearing as a spokesperson for the company for a fee for 10 years later, and he always appeared in his white uniform. The well-known white hair and beard that earned Kentucky that mental image among millions of customers around the world. Colonel Sanders dies. Colonel Harlan passed away at the age of 90, who spent a struggle and strife beyond boredom and despair. Kentucky Fried Chicken continues to spread strongly, reaching 11,000 branches around the world. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.